2025, no grief for anybody. No grief for anybody. Ubi Franklin don't come out to can't give him back to Spyro. Yes, so he can't debug the allegation. No, he don't come out, can't say his own part of the story. You are owing me. You are actually owing me, Spyro. Why are you spoiling my name on the internet? Voila. It is too early for this buzz boost. Oh yeah, let's dive into the gist, guys. Just few hours ago, Spyro entered social media to tell us that Ubi Franklin did him dirty. Yeah, so he say he do am 4-1. I no complete them. So if you know the remaining one, just help me put them there. So guys, it was really funny. It was not really nice because the comment section, the reactions after this particular information surfaced online was so bad. Yes, the recommendation about Ubi Franklin was not nice. People says all manner of things. How Ubi have not been this, how Ubi have not been that. Yes, I made a video about that. For those of you who is watching this, please you can check back on my previous video before this one so you can be able to get the gist in full. Yes, okay, let me just do a to recap about that. Spyro came up online, not just on live, it was actually a podcast that he attended, and he was able to talk about Ubi Franklin, how Ubi Franklin invited him using the video name to scam him, that the video invited him for a particular birthday for him to perform in Ghana, and also promised to pay him $5,000. And at the end of the day, this money was not paid because he tried to confront Ubi Franklin after performing on the stage, and Ubi changed the whole story that is not more Davido, that Davido did not invite, but rather it was just to him. Now, he believed that Ubi have really scammed him, guys. Means when someone said that is this, the one that is even annoying a lot of people is that because Ubi used Davido's name. And I believe the reason why he decided to perform is because it is Davido. Despite that he told Ubi that he doesn't charge 5,000, that the least he can charge when someone call him for a show is 20 million. The least, that is just the least. He doesn't charge 5,000. Just because of Davido's name, he decided, okay, fine and good, let me perform this. And guys, at the end of the performance, for him not to collect the 5,000 that was promised, it becomes a story. It becomes a story. It's no more Davido that sent for him, guys. So it was like, no. I believe Ubi have really do what? Played with my intelligence and did what? And scammed me. Guys, the moment he dropped this, I told you, internet becomes so obviously, dragging. A lot of people start bringing out the encounter they have had with Ubi Franklin. Some say that Ubi Franklin name keep on being, he doesn't trend for good, he always trend for bad, allegedly, guys. So, why this was happening, just few hours later, bagay, Ubi Franklin said, not at all, 2025, I no grief for anybody. I am taking charge everywhere this time around. I must speak my own part. I am not going to keep quiet again. Ubi decided to enter online and share his own part of the story. Now, let's hear him.
This is 2025. Over the years, I've been properly misrepresented. I'll do a direct business with somebody. If it doesn't go right, the first thing is, they'll start calling me names. And I've talked about it. I'm like, over the years, I'll just keep quiet. I'll not say anything. Everybody will say, oh, keep quiet. I'll not say anything. But this year, I'm not going to do that. And I pray that I don't meet such people on the line of duty of what I want to do. I just saw a video trending where Spyro is talking about a deal that I didn't pay him. Now, let's start from here. On October, so one of these days, I was just with my brother David, and I told him, oh, listen, it's Inya's birthday in a few days. And I said, oh, we're actually going to Ghana. I was like, yeah, that's true. You know, so okay, it's Inya's birthday on that day. Okay, I'll send Inya a jet to come and pick Inya to come to Ghana. Good guy. I love David. Good guy. Boom, he did it. He didn't fail. On that day, I got a call from our guy. I said, bro, where the jet is ready. This is the time you should get to the airport. Fine. We hopped. So before that day, Spyro had reached out to me, saying that he wants to buy a car. And I said, okay, sure, I'm going to connect you, I called the guy because that's what I do. If I connect you on a deal, I have to make my 10%. So he told me that, oh, they should reduce the money that you help them promote. I said, bro, they don't need that. They want their money. Do you understand? They don't need that. Do you understand? And I feel like you don't have what it takes to promote a car and get somebody to buy a car. Okay? So I told him that no. He said, oh, I said, okay, listen, if I'm waiving 10% from this thing, they're going to take it from my money. 10% of 105 is 10.5 million. Every transaction that I do, I get my 10%. And even with music, if I give somebody a show, I get a 10%. If I give somebody a gig, if anything I do, I get my 10%. So Fast forward to him. I told him, okay, I gave him the guy's number. He went there. I told him, when you are done, my 10%, oh, I kept quiet. But because I wanted him to have the car, I kept quiet for a bit. So a day on the 30th of October, he went there, picked up the car. He didn't even tell me. So a day after, the day on the 31st in the morning, I just called myself, oh bro, I'm going to Ghana. It's Nya's birthday. David has sent us a jet. It's going to be a happy moment. Blah, 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 blah. And I said, oh, he's about to drop a song. That can he come? I was like, oh sure, why not? Let's go. He said, okay, he's going to come with 2 people. So I called the guys who are operating the jet. I said, I want to add 2 names. I sent them the names, right? Immediately I sent them the names. They added them because the jet was just going to be Ian, Yaya, and 2 others, 2 of our friends. So it now made us 6 on the jet. I think 6 or 7 on the jet. We flew to Ghana successfully. We got there. Everything was fine. I paid for the accommodation, the food, everything. The only ground transportation I didn't pay for was the one from the airport. So when we got there, whenever we're in a city, we bring in studios. And so I called one of my people in Ghana. I'm like, oh, can you bring us a studio? You understand? Let's use it to record. He was like, okay, sure, he came. So we're recording music with some Ghana artists and everything. We're recording. So while we're recording, there was no intention to go out that day. So I now got a call from one of our friends in Ghana. It was like, oh, this party that's going on, some artists have cancelled. That please, since Yaya and Spyro are around, can they come? So I said, oh, sure, why not? I asked Yaya. He said, yeah, you can go now. He now asked how much. Him and Spyro, I said, it's 5K. They want to pay because it's like in an impromptu thing. The time I told them and the time for the event was like maybe 3 hours apart. We're like, oh yeah, let's go. And you see, if I'm lying on this video, please, the guys who did that event, they'll see it and they'll see that I'm not lying, that it's 5K. So fast forward to, we went to the event. They didn't give us the money there. It took some time, took some days. You understand? I started calling, and then. So I called Spyro. I said, hey guy, how far this car now? You understand? Are you gonna still give me my 10% from the car? He said, let him finish paying them. He will sort me out. So I was like, okay, if I collect this money, I'll give it to him. I want to see if he will either tell me, take the money back for your 10%, which is my 10% from the car is 10.5 million. The car is 105 million. So what did I do? I delayed it for a bit, waiting for him to activate. Now the deadline for him to pay the last payment, because he took the car not on full payment. He paid 50 million, and the remaining about 49 or thereabout of the car, he paid it at the end of December 23rd. So after 23rd of December, Alpha, he stopped picking up my calls. I was talking to his guy, Kunle. Yes, I wanted to give him the 5K. But you're not talking about my 10%. So I held it on. So the day I was going to give him the 5K, I got a call from 2 of my friends. They were somewhere where Spyro was. He was just talking trash about me and everything. I kept quiet. So I called a senior friend of ours, a very senior friend of ours. We are a mutual senior friend of ours. I reported the thing to him. And I was waiting to see if Spyro would say, oh, Ubi, the 10% from the car deal, let's do plus and minus. If we do plus and minus now, he's meant to pay me money. So I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. So today, I just woke up. I was on Twitter. I saw a video of him saying that they actually paid him 20 million. And I told him it's 5K. I will never do that. I'm a businessman. And I want to say this politely on this video. You might have an opinion about me. But in 2025, I'll clear every opinion. I'll clear every accusation that is brought before me. Because I will never allow, if you keep quiet, it looks like you've admitted that, yes, you did this. But I will never allow anybody, you understand, accuse me of something I didn't do. Now, in this case, where is my 10% from the car deal? You've not paid me my 10%. That I told you is my 10%. You've not paid me. Now, I called the car company today. I said, how far? Has Spyro finished paying? They said, yes, he paid the final money in December. So Spyro, where's my 10%? You've gone on this thing because you know how, you see, you think I don't know you. What you do is wake up, do things so that social media people will talk about you. But I'll tell you that, bro, toe to toe today. And even in December, there was one artist that we paid money to that was meant to refund the money. And the artist did not refund the money. I used my own money to pay for that money before even the final money came. I was going to pay him that money. I kept calling the artist did not send the money until maybe a week or so plus later. When the artist finally sent the money, I had that money. I was like, Spyro is not saying anything about my 10% from the car deal, which I told him already, and it's a standard practice. If I introduce you on a thing, if I sell a house for you, I get my 10%. If I book you as an artist, I get my 10%. So right now, please, guys, where is my 10%? You are saying, please, I don't want to just mention the guy's name because he's a senior guy, but I know he'll see this video. Please, sir, did you pay more than 5K in Ghana? Please. Because I don't want anybody carrying a fake narrative against me or against my person. And this is 2025. I will make sure I defend my name to the end. I've kept quiet. Because, oh, girl, I kept quiet. I will not allow anybody to use them trying to grow in their career to malign my name. I will not allow that. Is there a 5K? Yes, there's a 5K. Is there a 10.5 million, 10% for the car deal? Yes, there is. So, we are 50-50. But no, we are not. Give me, how much is $5,000? If dollar is 1,600, let's say $1 is 1,600 times 5,000. That's 8 million naira, right? So, Spyro, you owe me 2.5 million. Yes, you owe me 2.5 million, and you have to pay me my money. Since you want to go crazy, and you want to go this route. You understand? That's fine, and I'm ready for anything. This year, I will defend my name to the letter. This year, everything you said to everybody, where is my 10%, my 10.5 million from the car? Because of me, the car company never gives anybody direct payment without going through a bank. But because of me, I stood in and said, listen, because of me, give him. And you paid instrumentally until you finish paying. So where is my 10%? You didn't pay me and you're going to malign my name. I will not allow you, Spyro. Anywhere you want us to go, we'll go. But guy, pay me my 10%. Or since I have your 5K, pay me the balance on it, which is 2.5 million, because it's 10% of my money.
All right, when I don't hear from Ubi Franklin, it's better for us to hear from the horse's mouth them. Make you not come be saying that we they like, they bring him up and down. He has said his own part of the story. Now, he's trying to let us understand that he never mentioned Davido, whereas Spyro said he used Davido to that was what he had. It was Davido that actually brought him on that stage. Now, Ubi said he never mentioned Davido and also stated that it was 5,000 that was paid. He said the big person, he doesn't want to mention his name. He can equally confirm that it was 5,000. Now, the problem here is that Ubi claimed that Spyro allegedly is owing him about what he just mentioned, the amount of money he mentioned, and refused to pay because that was his 10% of his own court by showing him or being a guarantor or being a what and what for where he bought his car. And it was made, this particular agreement was something that both of them agreed on. It's not something that, yes, so I from the back, it was something that was agreed. So the agreement was not settled. In as much as he did not pay him that money, he decided to hold on to this $5,000 that was paid to Spyro, guys. So to you, what do you have to say? If you be in the shoe of Spyro or Ubi Franklin, what would be your opinion, guys? What do you think is gonna be that? I just want you guys to judge this matter the way it's supposed to be. Let's judge it the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, before I leave you guys to judge, let us see how people reacted to this, because definitely there is always a reactions. Netizens will always react because this is already on X. Whenever anything enter X like this, forget them. And then go justify them immediately. Let's take a look at how they justify these guys before I will now leave you to drop your own opinion here. Now, coming from X, if that is Nkechi Blessing boyfriend, say allegedly, say business is business though. Any are some people laughing that he does middleman for a living. If you know how many millionaires be middleman, you can't laugh. At the end of the day, business is business. Make we forget about middlemen, because get people who say their money, they make it from middlemen. That's how it is. Let's just leave that apart. Then the next person says, call me fraud. Say chai 2025 be like industry go get fight, pass and toil at the spectators. Whoa. Hashtag, oh, Jim. Fraud not they ready for this one. Oh. You know they're ready? Internet go there. They say no grief for anybody this time. Oh. Then the next person's Joe Kenny say, you don't joke with your 10%, but when I gave you and Iyanya a show in millions in Just Plateau State, and I asked for my 10%, you ignored and hang up on me. We they watch some of una first. Okay, that means this guy actually allegedly had a deal with him before. I don't know. Anyway, as he stated. The next person is from Yinsi Tona said, so you show me where you buy a car, na me go give you 10%. It no go better for you, Mr. 10%. I don't swear now. Do you know the agreement? Then the clothing grab say, no because seller go pay you 10%, and me, because I don't understand. What if landlord them call? No be agent. Now you get pay 10%. Now landlord they give you money, not at all. The next person said, beauty says at clothing, Abio me self no understand. Cristiano Emeka said, why is the landlord not paying the 10%? Thank you, good question. Why are they not paying the 10%? Agency, my brother. Anybody that buys something pays agency. The agency, that is it. Then Big Thief says, so now Davido they send private jet for now where una they used to video the warriors for online. You don't see them today now. Then why it's you say why Spyro they buy car though? True. Okay, why Spyro they buy car through person? The two question mark. I don't even understand. King Two Farm say, so in other words, we been a picker, 10% master. The next person say, it is the seller that should pay you 10% and not the buyer, because you are selling a car for the seller. Anybody can walk into a car shop to buy a car. So why didn't you do differently? to warrant getting 10% from someone who bought a car from your contract. Sale representatives get paid through their owners of the goods being sold and not through the buyers. Now, wow. Anyway, according to him, he said if you do business for you, he will tell you that you pay 10%. So if you agree at initial stage that you're going to pay the 10%, so what's that? It's better for you to refuse that I'm not going to pay. Oh no, it's the dealer is going to pay. It's the agreement. Agreement is always agreement. That is the way I judge mine. Then this one is coming from Ugonaya 9737. Say Nigeria have problem. He has explained himself and you all are still laughing and accusing him. He made it clear to Spyro that he would take 10% from him, not from the car dealer. If he wasn't okay with it, Spyro should have just said no to the deal. An agreement is an agreement to Ubi held on to his $10K. While Spyro held on to his 10%, it's 50-50. They are both at fault. Finish. All right, I think I'm just going to end this from here. I think this person actually made it clear because it's an agreement. Whatever you believe is what you do. You're going to pay me 10%. Oh, no, I no go pay. I no day. No. Fine now, I go agree. In go in way. I go pay. Okay, yes, I go pay. Agreement. Okay, the other one, you go pay. Fine and good. But the only problem here is that Ubi held the money because he have not paid the 10%. That was where the whole fault is not being on Ubi's head because he held the money that was supposed to pay the guy for the performance and he did not pay because the guy was owing him 10%. So now, that is the way I look at it. Now, let me leave you guys to drop your own opinion here based on this particular information and update I brought to you guys. Remember to do subscribe if you have not done so and also like my video. I love you guys. Bye for now.